What's going on? And welcome into the big Super Bowl preview and best bets video. I have a bunch of knuckleheads with me, if you can't tell. Look at these guys right here. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to talk some storylines, go over the spread and total, give some player props, and then we're going to end it with some fun Super Bowl props because why not? We just have to. So, real quick, make sure to hit like and subscribe. We're up to 778 subscribers, getting close to that big goal of 1,000. Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. It's been a heck of a run this first football season. How are we doing, gentlemen? Brian, what's going on? Welcome back.
Steven, thanks for inviting me back.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Jake, what's cracking, man? It's been a few weeks.
It has been a few weeks. I'm excited. I need some redemption.
Yeah, you do. And we're going to have a little contest. We're going to, at the very end, if you can't watch this whole video, we have our best bets recap pages at the end, so use those time codes. And let us know if you think me and Ryan's bets are going to win or if it's going to be Jake and Brian, because we got two different pages, maybe a little contest between the guests and the hosts. So we'll see what happens. But Ryan, what's going on? We ready to roll?
We're ready to roll. Let's do this. I'm back. Excited doing this.
Good deal. Hey, real quick, also, just a little tease. We call this a tease. I have some great information on why the Gatorade color is what it's going to be. And so just stay tuned for that at the end of this video. So let's dive in. We got a ton of storylines. It is Eagles and Chiefs. Brian, what are you looking forward to? What kind of storylines do you like in this game?
Well, I mean, there's the obvious ones. I guess are you going to let me take the low-hanging fruit here?
Yep, go for it.
I mean, the first time brothers have played each other in the Super Bowl is pretty cool.
Is it the first time? I didn't actually know it was the first time. Oh, wow.
First time. And, of course, the Kelsey mom with the half Eagles jersey and the half Chief jersey.
That's
yeah, I mean, that is – you got to be a proud parent at that point. Like, I mean, both of your kids in the Super Bowl. Geez.
Is it exciting or is it not? You know what I mean? Like, one of your kids is losing the Super Bowl.
No, one of your kids is winning the Super Bowl is really what it's coming down to.
The Jim and John Harbaugh, like that, when they're coaching against each other. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's, of course, the other obvious one, and that's we've got the former assistant coach for the Chiefs coaching the Eagles and the former head coach of the Eagles coaching the Chiefs. Like that is, I mean, there's a lot of intertwining in this game, and I think it's pretty cool.
It's very strange. Yeah. Jake, anything you're looking forward to?
I wouldn't necessarily say a storyline, but I guess storyline for a game would be Patrick Mahomes' injury. I think it's going to have a big effect on the game, and I can't wait to. There's been some ideas that he's getting better and everything's fine, having that extra week, but I can't wait to see how that plays out, and I think it's going to obviously affect the game tremendously.
Yeah, I think it will, but we talked about this last time. He's going to varsity blues it in the locker room, steroid up, and he'll be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He'll get through it. Yeah, how about you, Ryan? Anything?
The thing I'm looking to is definitely the Kelsey brothers playing the same Super Bowl. I think that's awesome and crazy. The other thing, I know it's not really a storyline or anything like that. It's more game line, but it's the number one pass offense with the Chiefs against the number one pass defense against the Eagles. Reminds me of the Broncos-Seahawks Super Bowl a while ago. So those are definitely the storylines that I'm looking for.
Ryan, you're taking my comments already when we get into the game, but I agree. Number one pass offense, number one pass defense. But you guys are missing something here. Here's a fun fact for this game. No. You're missing something. You're missing two things. First of all, who has the better celebrity crew that cheers for them? We got the Eagles. We got Kevin Hart. No. And by the way, is there a bet? Will Kevin Hart be drunk trying to get on the stage again for the Eagles Super Bowl win? And then we got Bradley Cooper and Mike Trout. Those are three heavy hitters for Eagles fans. And for the Chiefs, the best I could find was Paul Rudd, Rob Riggle, and Eric Stonestreet. I'm not even sure I know who that is. I think he's an actor.
I call Rob Riggle. He's awesome.
Dude, Rob Riggle's the man. Yeah, I agree. But Kevin Hart's probably going to have to keep it together. He's had to explain that story in the last Super Bowl for a long time.
Well,
pretty
you
funny.
Get excited.
But how about this? Ready for this? They're playing in Arizona, right? Philadelphia already won in Arizona. Kansas City already won in Arizona. The winner of this game will win more times in Arizona than the home team did at home. The Arizona Cardinals had one home win. One of these teams will have two freaking wins in Arizona. Shut up. Where's Kingsbury? He's like in Thailand. You can't find him. He disappeared.
One-way ticket.
Jeez. That is mind-boggling. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. So there's quite a bit of storylines going on. Let's dive in and talk a little football. We got the Chiefs Eagles, and the Eagles are 1.5-point favorites. I think it started out at 2.5, and the over/under keeps rising. It's at 51, 51.5, I think, in some books. It's pretty much a pick 'em. I mean, practically. So we got the Chiefs. This is their third Super Bowl appearance in 4 years. They had 5 AFC title game appearances. By the way, does that mean Mahomes has never not seen an AFC title game in his career? Right? Every single year, it's been at least the AFC
That's
title
right.
game.
You're
Am
correct.
I wrong on that? Because it's been 5 in a row.
Wow, yeah.
That's freaking insane, by the way. He doesn't even know what it's like to not play in a conference title game. So my question to you guys real quick, is this team a dynasty if they win this Super Bowl? That'll be 2 in the last, 3 years? 5 AFC title game appearances. Do you consider that a dynasty, Brian?
It's hard to call that a dynasty when we watched a legit dynasty for the last decade and plus. So I think that the bar has been set a little bit high now for what we call a dynasty. I think it's
Agreed.
They're in the Cowboys range and some of that, and maybe obviously the Niners had a little bit more success than that, but no, I would not call it a dynasty at this point. And not saying they can't. I mean, Mahomes is still younger than hell, and so there's still plenty of opportunity to do that.
Wait, the Cowboys used to win?
They did.
Oh,
They did.
You got me.
Yeah, Troy Aikman on Monday Night Football used to play quarterback.
Oh, really? Crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
Waterboy.
Wow. Interesting.
And Michael Irvin, well, I guess he won't be on the NFL Network this week, unfortunately. But
You won't be?
no, he had a little thing with the girl in an elevator.
Oh, I didn't even hear that news. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Okay, not Michael Irvin. No way. I don't see that happening at all.
It's shocking.
Yeah, it's very shocking. Yeah, so you guys are in agreement with that then? You don't think this is a dynasty, even if they win this? They're on their way there, but not there yet?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're on their way there. I think, like Brian was saying, we have the Patriots set the bar so high, and at the same time, everyone's trying to set the bar so low for what dynasties are nowadays. I mean, you have winning back to back obviously doesn't happen ever. You're getting there a lot. You have the potential to form that kind of, stigma around your team. But in my opinion, we're just not quite there. Yeah, if they do, that's going to give them one more stepping stone towards that, being able to, call themselves that. But I think they need a couple more years.
Yeah.
I would agree with both Jake and Brian there. They just set the bar so much higher nowadays. You just kind of gotta. It's hard to match it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's talk and real quick. So the Eagles didn't win the Super Bowl that long ago. It was only in 2017. But in this game, let's talk actual football now, because there are some matchups and things that I cannot wait to see. Like Ryan mentioned, the best pass offense versus the pass defense. I mean, that's Broncos Seahawks in the Super Bowl. We all know what happened in that one. The Legion of Boom put a freaking beat down on the Broncos offense. That's right. Now, this is a little different because I don't think this Eagles defense is as dominant as the Legion of Boom, but they are the number 1 pass defense in the league. And I think this Chiefs offense is a little more dynamic than that Peyton Manning Broncos offense.
Yeah, for sure.
But other than that, is there any other matchups you guys are looking forward to? For me, it's the trenches. I always say this, but dude, this Eagles team is no joke on both sides of the ball. And if they just come out and dominate the trenches, I don't think the Chiefs have a freaking chance in the world, to be honest with you. But yeah, what do you guys think? Jake, what do you think?
I got 2. The first one is going exactly like what you're talking about. Is going to be in the trenches, and it's going to be Hassan Riddick, and the right tackle for the Eagles. I think his last name's Wiley. And the reason that I say that is Riddick has 19 and a half sacks over the last 19 games. And Wiley has given up 9 sacks and 53 pressures this season so far. And the pressures is second on the team, which is scary to me. There's another guy with 56. So I feel like that right tackle position and having Reddick come around, getting in Mahomes' face, that's going to be a crazy situation if he's got to keep moving around the pocket, stepping into the pocket type of deal. And I think it could completely change the dynamic of where their offense goes.
Yeah, and then maybe you have to use more tight ends and running backs to chip and help. And, they love to use their running backs and tight ends for receiving too.
Correct.
So it could change it. And the Chiefs played the 49ers, a few years back in the Super Bowl. And you kind of saw that 49ers defense get after him a little bit and then kind of a second half comeback by the Chiefs. I could see that happening again where they struggle in the first half and maybe they make some adjustments and figure it out. But yeah, Brian, what do you think? What are you looking forward to in this game?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing I'm looking forward to is seeing how the Eagles defense plays against a quarterback that can actually throw the ball. It's been a while since they've had that. So,
yes.
To me, it's Jalen looked off in the NFC Championship game. Like he was missing A.J. Brown wide open. He missed Devontae a few times. He just didn't look sharp. And that's probably, we talked about Mahomes' ankle. Well, Jalen's shoulder, I think, is also still a concern. He's definitely not at 100%.
It's probably worse. I mean, you'll probably hear that he needs surgery in the offseason or something. Yeah.
And the Chiefs, I think they have the ability to stop the running backs for the Eagles. I don't think Sanders and Gainwell are going to be able to break, big chunk plays. And so it really is going to come down to the kind of the magic formula for the Eagles all year. And that's Jalen and his legs. And are the Chiefs going to be prepared for, what Jalen does? And because I think I just don't see a long passing, or I don't see the passing game taken off like it normally has, and I don't see the running game. So I really think it's going to be the quarterback.
I mean, honestly, if Jalen Hurts can start running the ball like he used to, I mean, that's a huge weapon for the Eagles.
Yes.
That takes so much pressure off. Yeah, I agree. Ryan, how about you?
That could turn out really bad quickly.
Yes, it could. And if you have a bad shoulder too, I mean, you have to make sure you're not getting
you don't want to be running it a whole bunch and hurting the shoulder and getting another injury or not being able to finish the game. I mean, that just wouldn't be good at all. So
you can shoot up in halftime, remember, with more awards.
Yeah, you can.
Because I mean, then they test you later. Like, okay, ask for forgiveness later. It's fine.
You're right, but
they got things that aren't steroids to make pain go away.
Oh yeah, like what, Jake?
What?
Huh? What was that?
I'm sorry. Did we cut out? I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I didn't say nothing. The thing I'm looking forward to is Jake kind of hit on it, is that Eagles pass rush, but I want to see how the Chiefs adjust. And do they do a whole bunch of quick passes, things like that? It's the wide receivers versus the top corners, or kind of the top corners in the Eagles. Hitting Kelsey quick, getting Pacheco the ball quickly out of the backfield, Mahomes going quick, and just scrambling, making great plays. I mean, it's kind of what he did when he played the Bucs. He made great plays. The receivers just dropped the ball. So looking to see how quickly they can make adjustments and make plays down the field against this Eagles tough defense.
Yeah, what's weird about football is like when you look at this, it's Darius Slay and Bradbury versus like Juju Smith-Schuster and like these other casting characters. The matchup is not even close. The defensive line for the Eagles, the highest pressure rate in the NFL. That's a matchup the Eagles win. All these matchups, the Eagles are the more complete team, and I don't think anybody will say anything differently about that. But then you just look at it and you go, yeah, well, it's Mahomes. You know what I mean? Like, it just takes one player and one coach like Andy Reid. But, if you just base it on football and you don't try to take in the Mahomes magic, I mean, to me, it's Eagles all the way. But
Mahomes magic.
It's Mahomes and 8 referees is what we have. So don't forget about that.
Yes, good point. Good point. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's exciting because Mahomes does not have very good receivers. I'm not going to lie. I know it's Kelsey and he's considered a receiver. Other than that, though, there's guys that are questionable. They're hobbling into this game, and I don't know. It might matter against his pass defense. I just can't wait to see that matchup. If you do flip it around the other side that we haven't talked about, though, Chris Jones is a beast on that interior defensive line for the Chiefs. My God. He's good. The Chiefs, I don't know how they've been doing it, but they seem to be playing decent defense lately. I mean, it's kind of going unheard of. They're not great, but they don't have to be great. They just have to be decent, I think. So should be a good matchup. With that, let's give out some best bets for this game. That's what the people want. Who should we start out with? Ryan. What do you got for us in the best
I'm gonna
bet?
go Chiefs money line. This is an easy one. It's plus 105. It's Patrick Mahomes. He has the experience. He's been playing incredible lately. He's hard to stop. Lots of touchdowns, not very many interceptions. The Chiefs defense, like you were kind of saying with Chris Jones, they've definitely picked it up. And the weapons, they got lots of weapons. Nothing special, nothing like Superman or anything like that. But they got a whole bunch of different things that they can do. And Mahomes and his legs, he can get it done. And Andy Reid, I mean, he's a great coach, and they got a really good chance, and I think they're going to win. So I'm taking the Chiefs money line for that one.
Because that's really all Chiefs people can say on the Super Bowl. Like if someone says, I think the Chiefs are winning. Oh, why? Well, your only reason is Mahomes and Andy Reid. You're not going to be like, oh, they got the better what?
Right.
Like they have the better tight end. Like that's about it.
Right.
Other than no, I get it. It's a great reason. I'm just saying that's all you can say though, unfortunately, because the Eagles are complete for sure. But I think what Brian said, they haven't played a lot of elite quarterbacks. So we'll see what happens. But all right, Chiefs money line. Brian, what do you got?
Well, the Chiefs are 5-0 against the NFC this season.
Wow.
In fact,
do you know which teams they were?
I don't.
Were they good at all? they did beat the Niners. I know that they blew out
They
the
did beat
Niners. Did they?
Yeah, they beat the Niners.
They beat the Seahawks. So they played our division.
Barely.
Yeah, barely. Yeah, that was a kind of barely.
Well, we know you already said they beat the Cardinals, right? Didn't they
Yeah, they
beat
beat the Cardinals. So I think they probably ran through the NFC West, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're also 5-0 against the spread against NFC teams this season, and they haven't covered the spread that much this year. So
No,
I mean,
haven't.
they pretty much are dominant against the NFC, and we've got the experience with Mahomes and Andy Reid, which is a great question. I should have asked you this earlier, but does experience really matter in the Super Bowl? Don't know, but I think people that are making these bets would definitely say, yeah, we've got the more experienced quarterback and the more experienced coach. Sort of reminds me of the Seahawks against Peyton Manning. That's the reason that the Broncos were so highly favored. But
there we go.
But I think the Eagles are a team of destiny. They have been all year. I think the Mahomes magic is going to run out, just like I predicted it was going to run out against the Bengals. Can't be wrong twice in a row. So
no, not you. No way.
No. I'm going with the Eagles laying the points.
Laying the 1.5. Love it.
1.5.
I love the whole build-up for that. All about how good the Chiefs are, and then a big old butt. All right.
Well, anytime you have a 0, like a 5-0, that means something's happening. And the same, because that's the reason we were on the Bengals last week. So here we go.
You are very true. Jake, what do you got?
I got two, I feel like easy ones. So I got Chiefs at over 2.5 touchdowns. I just feel like they can put up 3 scores. I don't feel like with that offense it's going to be that difficult. Now, that's only 21 points. You know what I mean? So I think that's going to be an easy one. That's at a minus 152. And then I'm going to go with the over on the overall spread at over 51.5, because I also feel like that's going to be a fairly easy cover.
Wow, I think I'm opposite on you on these. So just real quick, this is actually a question because everyone bets differently. You have that bet at minus 152, I think. Is that a bet you would actually bet singly, or are you going to pair that with some easy bet to kind of reduce the juice on that guy?
I did take that as a solo, just because when I took another easy, what I felt was an easy cover. So I used those as 2 different units, and then I also added that into a slightly better parlay to increase my numbers. But that was on the side.
Yeah, because and just to go with that on betting, like if you have a bet that you love at minus 152, and if you're someone who loves the over 51, you could even take the total down to like 41 and take the over, just as a safe to get that minus 150 down to closer to even money, something like that too as an option, like an alternate total kind of thing.
And I'm still trying to learn that game from you anyways, so.
Oh, I don't know anything about betting, actually.
I know.
I just say I do.
I just talk.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, here's my bets. That's all you guys really care about. Sorry, you guys had to listen to all that.
Rude.
Eagles minus 1.5. They're all right, except Ryan. Guys, this is the most complete team. I love Mahomes, and I can't believe I'm just going against him. The quarterback will not matter as much when he is getting pressured on every freaking play. And these Niners player, by the way, can we talk about Brandon Ayuk coming out saying that they only lost because they had a fourth string quarterback and all this crap about how the Eagles wouldn't have won. Do you know what I saw when Purdy was out there? He was getting killed because they could not contain this Eagles defensive line. And they can't. And that's why this is the number one pass defense in the league. It's not just because of secondary. It's because they get a lot of pressure on quarterbacks. It's going to happen again. We've seen Mahomes run for his life against good D-lines in the Super Bowl. He pulled out that magic, I know, against the Niners. But that's only because the Niners did not score a lot of points. Stop shaking your head, Ryan. And this Eagles team offense is much better. They will have to score points. The Eagles are going to put up anywhere from 24 to 30 points, in my opinion. I mean, that's just a given. And so they're going to have to put up some points. So Eagles minus 1.5. We already talked about it. I love them. And then because I love the Eagles and I'm going all in, I'm either losing my ass or having a good day. Eagles double result. Oh, who doesn't love a good double result? Eagles to lead at halftime and to win the game at plus 150. If you think they're going to win, why not bet both and have them just be ahead at halftime too? Because this is the number one first half team in the league, number one first half offense in the league. So if you're going to bet the Eagles, go double result at plus 150. Fly, Eagles, fly. Don't freaking let me down like the Phillies did. Please don't let me down, Philly people. By the way, that would suck to lose this after you lose the World Series. But I will say this. Mahomes, like we're talking dynasty and the greatest of all time. If he loses this, now he's 1-2 in the Super Bowl. Now what? We flip the script. Oh, this guy's a choke artist. He's like LeBron in the finals. He sucks. Yeah, it doesn't take much. But those are our best bets. You guys got anything else to add about this game before we get into some player props?
I can't wait to see some injury updates for these Eagles receivers. I mean, they've got, 3 of their main guys have been banged up all week. Hardman's got a pelvis issue, it looks like.
For the Chiefs or Eagles?
Excuse me, the Chiefs. I apologize.
So what I heard is Juju and who's the other guy? Not Hardman. Tony are going to be fine. They're all at practice. Andy Reid said there's nothing to report on anybody because anybody who's on the team has at practice. McCole Hardman is on the IR. He's done for the year.
Okay.
So it's Juju, Tony, Guy Moore versus the number one pass defense. It doesn't sound great, but then again, it's Mahomes. So that's what we got. Let's get into some player props, guys. In my opinion, player props are determined on game script. So whenever I look at player props, I'm like, okay, how do I see this game going? Like last week, I had a player prop for a receiver for the Eagles. It doesn't go well when the 49ers are on their fourth-string quarterback and nobody tries to score anymore. Like the Eagles threw it like 20 times, and all the over props were just dead in that game. It just sucked. So, yeah, we'll just start out with that. But you guys kind of just let me know how you kind of see the game going and what led you to your player prop. So let's go Jake first. What do you got?
My best and only player prop is Travis Kelce over 126 yards, and that's at a plus 600. Now, I got a couple of reasons for that. The biggest reason for me is the Eagles' middle of their defense has been pretty suspect all year. Just the tight ends alone, they've given up over 800 yards just in the middle of the field. And that doesn't include the athleticism that Kelce brings. I personally feel like Kelce is Mahomes' favorite receiver, the most trusted receiver. And I think if he starts getting some pressure, they're going to release him to the middle right away. And he's just going to be more athletic than any linebacker that they're going to try to put on him. So I think he gets that hopefully early. I can't call the digs, before half again, but I think he picks up a big 126. And I mean, realistically, they hit the tight ends hard against the Bengals anyway. So yeah, 126 or over. Big money.
I like the odds on that. I like how Jake threw in the fact that last time he was on the podcast, he nailed the Stephon Diggs player prop by halftime. Because he did. But I like the little throw in. You did, actually. That's pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty good. Okay. Let me just ask before I get to you guys, and this is for you people who have played football. I only know as much as I know just from watching. When you have an elite tight end like that, I know there's no stopping them, right? Does it have to be a linebacker on a tight end? Like, does it? I know some people put strong safeties. Like we used to have Cam right on some tight ends, Cam Chancellor, and he kind of struggled sometimes. But like, what do you do if you're another team? Like, is it just off the table to put like a Darius Slay on him? I know he's not big enough, but like, what are options because whatever people are doing is wrong, but there has to be a solution. If you put a DB on him, does that ruin your entire defense? Because you're not as worried about Juju and all these other guys. So, Jake, I'm just curious, do you and Ryan think about that?
Not necessarily. You could drop your dime or your nickel on top of him, but just like you said, the size advantage is going to be there. So you're going to give up. It's going to be the Gronk issue all over again. He's going to start getting targets, and he's just going to pick up 10 yards every time. So sure, may not get the home run, but he's going to be an automatic first down. He's going to be 7 to 12 yards every single time. And
so
he's
really, size or speed is what you're saying. Like linebacker, he'll beat you with speed. DB, he'll beat you with size. Okay, yeah. So yep. I mean, it just takes an all-world safety to be able to keep up with them. A safety that can have the speed and the size combo. It sounds like right.
It takes the right defensive calls on the right offensive call. I mean, that's literally all it is. I mean, with a quarterback as good as Mahomes, he checks all of his guys so quick, but obviously he's reading the defense right away and having his first and second look already picked out right when he gets up to the line, So it's just going to be kind of luck of the draw if the Eagles defensive coordinator picks the right coverage.
So that's kind of why like an elite tight end is way harder to cover probably than like an elite receiver almost. Like think
about Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, just a different animal.
Jimmy Graham dominated the league for 4 straight years because you couldn't do anything with him. I mean, he's 6'7", athletic, and he could run. I mean, you can't gear for that every single week, And then plus, having Pacheco coming out of the backfield, now you have to worry about your linebackers getting out there, or your secondary defensive backs trying to get out there too, and you just got another guy, Plus, you have to at least play man or over the top for those speed guys on the outside, and so it's just middle's going to be wide open. It's just going to be tough.
Okay, Ryan, you got anything to add on that?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is if your defense that plays zone, you got to stick to zone. You can't change it, and you can't do anything like that. You're a zone team. You got to stick with it. And then with Kelsey and the superstars, Gronk, Jimmy Graham, things like that, they know how to read those zones. They know how to stop in the middle of the zones and make the plays. They're just so hard to guard. They're talented. They're big. They're strong. All those things. You can't put a small little guy on them, and you can't switch it up. Kelsey being able to break the zone is huge, and Eagles run the zone. Man coverage, you just don't want to do it. So tight ends are definitely a challenge. You got to have a special person, whether it be a linebacker or a corner or safety. They've got to be special, and they're just hard to stop them doing those things. Tight ends are changing the game, and it's what they do.
I think Ryan just brought up a really, really good point about reading the secondary with that zone. Because if you watch, Mahomes isn't just a drop back quarterback guy. What does he do? He scrambles a lot. So Kelsey is that guy that you see it on the highlights all the time. He sees the secondary and sees what they're doing. And Mahomes already knows once he gets out, if they count they count their numbers, boom, he's going to go find a spot in the zone.
It's the Tyler Lockett to Russell Wilson kind of thing. Like Tyler Lockett's one of the best scrambling type receivers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's making me rethink my pick because to me, I'm like, okay, sports. If there's someone dominating, like there has got to be a way to slow them down. But when it comes to elite tight ends in football, I just don't know if there is a way, unless you just want to get crushed by, like you said, like hitting Kane Alex to just hit Pacheco out of the backfield. If all you're going to care about is Kelsey, it always opens up something. And when you got a guy like Kelsey or Mahomes and Andy Reid, they're going to find somebody if you really want to. Interesting. Yeah, Brian, do you have anything to add? I just asked the guys who actually played football. Me and you didn't.
I mean, I'm a Seahawks fan. I don't even know what covering a tight end means. So,
enough said. That was perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. Okay, with that, Brian, what do you got for player props?
All right. I've got an anytime touchdown plus 450. It looks like. And the reason I picked this gentleman is nothing necessarily football related. It's so I can bust out a Rihanna song. Boston's got the music. Dun, 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 dun. Boston's got the music. No, it's Boston Scott. If you've noticed, he has been their dude on the line, like within 5 yards. Didn't he score, what, 2 touchdowns during the Niner game?
He did, and you can bring up the fact that you called his touchdown against the Giants. He's a giant killer.
I mean,
and you had a huge bet on that one.
I can't believe he's still getting plus 450 because he is. I mean, they don't go to Sanders, they don't go to Gainwell, they go to this guy or Jalen. So
I actually heard it's actually a split carries when they're in the red zone, is what I read for these guys. So to get a guy at those odds when you're just like one of the running backs, starting type running backs, yeah. So anytime touchdown. Okay, you got anything else?
That's my only player power.
That's your only play? Okay.
Yep.
I like it. We already knew you were going Boston Scott. That was no surprise today. He's your man. Ryan, what do you got?
Yeah, I got 2 bets for us. I got Isaiah Pacheco over 15.5 receiving yards at minus 120. I think it's a way to calm down Mahomes, quick check down screen, and to only have to get 15.5 receiving yards on one of those. He's an electric runner. He's fast, explosive, runs super hard. So I'm liking those ones. Yeah, he's just gonna nail that
16.
for us. Yeah, 16. Yeah, that's what
16.
I meant.
You need 16, not 15. Don't sell short.
He's gonna go over that one. And the other bet I have is Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown at minus 115. This dude's an animal around the goal line. They're just gonna hand it to him. They got that special formation. If he gets close, running in, and then in the red zone, 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards away, or something like that, you gotta be ready for it. He can run in from that far out too. Anytime he runs hard, so anytime touchdown, Jalen Hurts as well. Those are my 2 player prop bets.
I think it's crazy that a quarterback has anytime rushing odds of minus 1 anything. By the way, I did hear a stat that Travis Kelce has scored a touchdown in every single playoff game in the last 2 years, and also scored like 8 of his last 9 playoff games. Like the guy just scores. The odds are like up to minus 135. That's not a bad one if you're looking at it. But all right, you got those are all your bets, right, Ryan? Yeah, I like it. I like that Pacheco one. I know we talked earlier. You were looking at over 1.5 receptions. They would not go to 2.5. I just kept seeing 1.5 at heavy juice. Yeah. All right, my player props: Devontae Smith over 61.5 receiving yards at minus 125. I had this bet last week, but like I said, he had like 15 completions, maybe less than that last week. I don't even count that game. In the last 8 games, he's had more targets than AJ Brown in 5 of those 8. We're talking him and AJ Brown right now are 1 and 1A. I mean, he's not the number 2 receiver. Him and AJ Brown are even. Devontae is playing very well. He can break a big play, and the Chiefs are prone to big plays. I just love him doing this right now because he's been over this in 6 of the last 7. I'm not sure why this is so low. I don't know if they're giving respect to the Chiefs' pass defense all of a sudden. But I think he's going to get over this with ease. As long as Hurts doesn't look absolutely awful throwing the ball, I think he will get over this pretty easily. I think the line's too low.
Steven.
Oh, God, here we go.
This is what happens when you don't watch the games. The reason
I've hit Devontae Smith props all year.
This is why the reason he's been targeted so much in the last 8 games is that 2 of them were started by Gardner Minshew, and that's the only receiver
in the last
he threw
8 games. In 8 games,
I'm just telling you, he had he didn't even target AJ Brown during those games. He only targeted Smith.
I know that, but Hurts had games with him where he was by far the most targets. AJ Brown is getting more of the attention, and I think he's been hobbled a little bit. You don't think Devontae can get over 61? He can get 30 on one play.
I don't think they're going to throw the ball much. I think they're going to try to keep the ball on the ground, at least for a majority of the first half, to try to keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands.
And let's be honest, the catch that he had in the Niner game wasn't even a catch. So,
also, let's be honest. I've won like 22 of my last 30 player props, but these guys want to just hate. So we're moving on. You know, it's okay. They don't follow the channel enough. They just don't get it. It's fine. I remember when I first started watching football. It's cool. Okay, second bet. This hurts me to say. Patrick Mahomes to throw an interception. Over a half an interception at minus 115. Minus 115 to just throw one pick. He is going to get more pressure than he's ever gotten all season long. He's facing a team that's top 5 in getting interceptions. The number 1 pass defense. We've talked about it all the time. He's been known to throw interceptions. In his last 2 Super Bowls, he threw 2 picks in each game. He's had 4 picks in his last 2 Super Bowls. All I need is 1 at minus 115. We could get it early. Let's get Hassan Reddick in there, put some pressure on. He throws it up. We'll get a pick. Boom, bet over. Let's enjoy the game. I love that bet at over a half pick. Just hurry up. You guys got hate on that, so go. You guys' faces.
That's great. Okay. Steven, nice job.
That is such a smart-ass comment.
Mahomes has the best. He's got the highest passer rating this year against pressure in his career. So he has handled the pressure better this year than he ever has in his career.
It only takes 1 pass. That's it.
Right.
1. And he's thrown 4 in the last 2 Super Bowls.
That's 2 Super Bowls. That's not now.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, he's not invincible. He threw 12 or 13 picks this year. He's not like nothing. He's not like he can't throw picks.
40-something touchdowns.
I don't care. He can throw 4 touchdowns for all I care. Just throw 1 freaking pick. That's all I need. I don't care. I don't care how many touchdowns he throws. Well, don't throw 45 touchdowns because I'll lose all my bets with the Eagles. Anyways, she's the hate today.
There's no hate. I'm just saying.
Sometimes
Thank you. Brian actually sounds sincere on that. I thought he was being a smartass earlier. Okay.
No. It sounded the same.
It did. It's hard to tell. Okay, third player prop. I got more. That's right. Dallas Goedert anytime touchdown. Dallas Goedert anytime touchdown and the Eagles to win at plus 340. Both things have to happen. Goddard is the man. He is the most targeted player in the red zone for this team. The odds are just too good to pass up. I love me some good tight end touchdown props, and he's been scoring pretty easily, and they're going to be focusing on receivers, and I don't think the Chiefs can stop this tight end. I think he's a good tight end, by the way. I think he's being lost in the mix a little bit because of Kelce, because he's not anywhere near Kelce. Let's be honest. I mean, that's obvious.
You're drunk.
But Dallas Goedert is a good tight end. And no, I am not. I got drunk, and then I took a nap, and now I'm good. Okay? What do you want from me? Dallas Goedert, anytime touchdown, money line Eagles, plus 340. Bring on the hate.
So Dallas Goedert and Devontae Smith are the most targeted Eagles.
Yeah, no, in the red zone. Do you even listen?
And Jalen Hurts puts it in.
Do you even listen, Brian?
I think he did. I think he did listen. That's why his
game is going to be 100. It's going to be 100-0 Eagles.
No, yes. Steven thinks it's going to be under 51.5 points.
Yes, it'll be like 27-20. Add that up. What's that, Jake? Huh?
That's 47.
You. Okay, that's under, right?
34-27. 34-27.
By the way, kind of what Ryan said earlier, as a lean, we didn't talk about it, but I do kind of like the under in the first half of 24.5 because I do think this game starts out slow, and I think the offense kind of picks up maybe in the second half. But I do think it starts out slow.
I think that's a good pick.
Oh, stop! Thanks.
No, I just do. It's the first one you've made today. That's good. So, good job.
Oh, we haven't even made it to the game props, baby. I got one that's gonna blow your mind. All right. Anything else on player props, guys? Maybe any other leans that you almost had, or just anything to look out for that you guys liked?
Player props were going to be too scary because, like you said, with what happened last week with the Niners, I mean, things had happened so quick that changed the complete dynamic of everything. And I didn't think there was enough juice in most of the player props to make them, really worth it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it takes, like we saw in Mahomes' game when he got hurt, he could, get tackled wrong and be out, and then we're in trouble. Although Chad Henne's a freaking stud, obviously. So
is he 75?
Yeah, I don't know why he's still in the league or how he's still in the league. I don't know.
Did you say experience?
He's taking a LeBron juice. No, we don't have to bring LeBron every video? Okay. All right. So. Let's get to the fun stuff. I think this is all that Brian really cares about. And this is where Brian's going to shine because he's got a lot of bets. I mean, he's got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do. I only have one. I'm going to kick it to Brian. Let's just start it off.
Okay. All right. Well, my first one is let me just pull up my list here. My first one is the Clanker. It's going to be a kick that's going to hit the crossbar, and that's plus 450.
Does it matter if it goes in or not?
It doesn't matter if it goes in. It just has to hit the crossbar.
And that's the post too, though, right? Like it can hit the bottom, It can hit the side, anywhere. Okay.
That's correct. So I think these kickers are going to be a little nervous. Weird shit happens in Arizona all the time. And
I just want to keep listening to how you're going to break down as to why exactly a kick is going to hit the crossbar. Well, here's the deal. It's history showing that kickers are nervous.
Yeah. So in Arizona, it's a dry heat, right? And no, I'm kidding.
Oh, so yeah, you can move on. There's no way to explain that. But what were those odds again for that one?
Plus 450.
I like that. That's good.
Even if it just nicks it, right? If it just like skims, it's it. That's all you need.
That's it. And that's easy money.
Where are you getting that from? I think I'm going to find that one.
I saw it on DraftKings, and I think everywhere I might have it though. That's not a bad one.
All right, my next one, the Scorigami. So
I got to hear about this.
Yeah, the Scorigami is what is it? Plus 2,000? Is that what it is?
No, plus 20,000.
Plus 20,000. So you have to. It's a score that has never been done in the Super Bowl ever.
Wait. Is it Super Bowl or NFL?
Super Bowl.
Oh, are you sure? Really?
Positive.
That seems too easy. Why would the odds be plus 20,000?
I don't think it is plus. Okay, I've got. So.
Okay, I didn't know if it was. Because I heard the Cowboys and Colts had a game this year, 52-19, and that was a Scorigami because it's never that score's never happened.
This is a Scorigami in the Super Bowl. So no, and do you know when the last Scorigami was? By the way,
in the Super Bowl or period?
In the Super Bowl.
Wasn't it recent, kind of?
I think it's within the last 10 years.
Okay, I forgot who it was. Who was it?
Yeah, there was a team out here in the Pacific Northwest that won. What is it? 43-8. Wasn't that the score?
Hold on, I have a picture up. 43-8.
43-8, and that was because of the ball that sailed over Manning's head, which caused the Scorigami. Yep.
Wow. Scorigami.
And by the way, I learned while I was researching the Scorigami today. Do you know that you can actually have a 1-0 game in a football game and an NFL game?
No.
Right? So if you're attempting a kick and it ends up falling for a safety, you could score 1 point.
Wait. So if you attempt a field goal, and then what happens?
Okay, I'm going to read this verbatim because I looked this up.
Jake, are we calling BS on this? Does that even?
I believe it, but I don't get it. Canadian Football League, you can score 1 point.
Yeah, well, you can also run into the goalpost in the end zone and get hurt really badly.
Okay, here we go. The offense fumbles. I got it right here. The offense. Oh, here we go. You guys are about to learn some serious. It's football magic. Okay, the offensive team is attempting the conversion somehow and gets tackled in their own end zone.
Whew.
Oh, here we go. Second time, the offense fumbles the ball forward into the opponent's end zone. Then a defender would need to be called for an infraction for illegally knocking the ball out of bounds. If he does this, he would be called for a safety, and the offense would be awarded 1 point.
Why 1 when a safety's 2?
I don't know. I'm just reading right off of the rule book. And then there's a third way. The offense fumbles the football during its conversion attempt. Then a defender would need to cleanly recover the football and attempt to advance the ball. While trying to advance the ball, if he goes backward and is tackled in his own end zone, then a safety would be called. Because this happened during a conversion attempt, the offense would be awarded 1 point instead of the traditional 2 points a safety normally gets.
when you say conversion attempt, what do you mean exactly? Because that means a 2-point conversion, which means you already scored a touchdown, though.
Yeah, that's right. So I guess I misspoke on saying it could be a 1-0, but you can get 1 point. So
Okay.
you could. So
Well,
you
you
could
can also
have,
kick an extra point and get 1 point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you could.
Hey, just real quick, I do want to apologize to the viewers. That is about 5 minutes of your life you're never going to get back.
I do think the ref, though, I mean, if a ref can nail that freaking call, that would be,
it could be
absolutely amazing. That's a tough call to make as a referee to remember that. That'd be impressive. Like, how did they do that?
I think that's when they get there with their hands like this and they go, Jesus, what the shit just happened?
It can't be 1-0, but it could be 6-1. You could have a game that's 6-1.
No,
that would be crazy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Or 7-1, or 10-1, or 14-1. Okay. Where were we?
Who knows?
I don't know.
You just gave me scoregami. Okay, so that's your second bet. What is your third bet?
Okay, I'm having
octopus.
No, it's not an octopus. But if you want to explain what that is, this would be a good time to do it.
I absolutely have no idea. I was hoping you did actually.
Oh yeah, an octopus is where a player scores a touchdown and gets the 2-point conversion on the same drive.
Oh, so is that a player? That's a player octopus, right? So you're picking a player to do that when you bet it?
Yeah. So
okay.
So Jalen Hurts scores it, runs in for a touchdown, and then runs in for the 2-point conversion.
That's what I thought was scoregami. I was like, oh, origami is being thrown on.
Yeah.
So, or a kicker could catch a touchdown and then kick the extra point. Scoregami?
No, I think it has to be a 2-point conversion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or no, octopus. Sorry, not scoregami.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, to your third bet.
Okay, this one. I did a lot of digging on this, and I am picking an exact score, and it's going to be the Eagles 37 and the Chiefs 34. And the reason that I know this score to be is there was a drone that was flying over one of the practice fields. I think it was the Eagles when they were handing out the scripts for the game.
Oh, makes sense.
And so one of the players left their script right there on the bench, and the drone caught it. So
if you hit this, I swear to God.
Oh, dude, I know.
So further, they were sort of kind of working on the plays that were going to get them to 37, and so yeah.
Did any of them
unfortunately
involve Devontae Adams and Goddard being most targeted guys?
It involves
Devontae Smith.
Oh, my bad.
Not Adams. Brian, that is great information. That's like inside stuff right there.
Yes.
And by the way, I do apologize because that is your bet that is plus 20,000. The scoregami is plus 2,000.
2,000.
Correct. That correct. Okay.
So yes, leaked script online and caught by drones. Maybe it was a white balloon drone, but but yes. So 37-34. Referees are aware. The Chiefs are aware. Everybody's aware. So
that sounds probably kind of like a safe bet. I'd probably put a couple of units on it.
Yeah. Well, it's the same way that State Farm paid the NFL. You know what the name of the stadium is, right?
Yep, State Farm. We talked about this in the last podcast, and the Chiefs are the spokespeople for it. They wanted them there.
Specifically Mahomes, right?
Yep,
so
that's right.
They wanted him there.
Andy Reid too was in some commercials, I think.
Yeah.
Andy Reid's the man. Okay, so those are your three bets. You got scoregami, exact score of 37-34, and
based on a leaked script.
Yeah. I mean that's probably your safest one. In fact, it's so safe I'd probably parlay it with something, Yeah. And then you got hitting the crossbar, which I'm going to look into because I might have to throw some money at that.
Yeah, and that's also, by the way, it's also in the script.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Okay,
good. Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be funny when you're at a Super Bowl party and a ball hits the upright and you're just going ballistic. You're just, yeah. Okay, that was a lot. Ryan, you want to follow that?
I gotta follow that. Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, here we go. Mine's an easy one. It's a Gatorade Orange plus 300. That's the Gatorade that's gonna get dumped onto the winning team right there. I don't even like that color, but it just looks better than all the other colors, I think. So we're going Gatorade color is going to be orange at plus 300. Yeah,
terrible bet. All right, that's all you got for fun props?
Yep, that's all I got.
All right, Jake, bring us home, or not bring us home. Give the last bet before I bring us home.
Okay, mine are 2 easy ones. I got a coin flip. Always got to go for heads. That's an easy 100. Plus
Does
100.
that have anything to do with the air density in Arizona and how the coin will flip or anything like that?
It's just gonna be wind chill factor, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Now, is he flipping it? Do we know? Is he still going to just let it fall on the ground? Like, how are we doing the coin toss? Okay.
Well, that's of course. I didn't read the script, so you got to ask Brian if he's flipping or tossing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
good.
Ed Hockley will probably make that decision pregame, and then let everyone know. And then I kind of got a twofer, which is pretty nice. I got red or pink Gatorade.
Yep, and those odds are
plus 450.
Plus 400. I got. Yep. So that's
400. Perfect.
And you got 2 colors. I mean, that's really.
I got 200. That's what I'm saying.
Enough said. Can I ask what pink Gatorade is? I'm not even sure I know a pink Gatorade.
Yeah, it's lemonade.
They have a pink lemonade Gatorade. Oh, I didn't know they had.
They mix it with Snapple.
Snapple. Oh, Snapple. Is that still a thing? That was good stuff. Okay.
That's how I learned shit for the Caps.
That's how I learn good. Okay. Here's my fun prop. One only. It's blue Gatorade color at plus 400. I mean, this is one of those where you're just like, do I bet my mortgage on it? The answer is yes. You have to bet blue, and here's why. Okay. According to a former Gatorade executive, that's no joke, so don't even laugh or anything. The winning color for the winning bat, they call it, is selected by Gatorade itself, and it's intentionally randomized by them. Did you guys know that?
No.
You did not know that. That's what they say, at least, the executive. And here's some history on it. The orange has won 5 of the last 13 years. That's you, Ryan. 5 of the last 13. But blue has won 3 of the last 4. Okay? And so they're making a comeback. And before 2015, blue had never won. And I'm going to tell you in a little bit why blue is starting to win, okay? The blue Gatorade is rising in popularity right now. Rising. It is the #1 Gatorade in America. Okay? I don't think you guys knew that. According to sales data by Gatorade, Cool Blue is the #1 Gatorade in America.
Do they sell any other types of Gatorade? Or is it the only one they sell? Because that would make sense then.
Gatorade sells a lot of kinds, thank you.
Okay,
I'm not done. This is a great speech I have that you're interrupting. And if that wasn't enough, I'm talking about Cool Blue being #1 in America. Glacier Freeze is the 4th most popular. Guess what color that is? It's freaking blue. I have 2 options of the top 5 Gatorades that have won 3 of the last 4 years. We have 2 outs. Mic drop. It's blue. Shut your mouth. There's no hating on this because it's a fact. I mean,
do you want a double or nothing
for red or pink or just any? Or what do you want?
No. Yeah, mine. Yeah. If it's not blue, I get to do 2 pies in the face.
Wait a second. First of all, you do owe me a pie in the face. But second of all, you can't take all the rest of the colors. I'm not that confident. Can I get more than 1 color?
You said that's the mortgage,
man.
But it's like a golf tournament. You're the best golfer of the field. You still take the field. Come on. Figure it out. Anyways, are you guys blown away or did Brian maybe falling asleep? I'm not sure on that one.
No, I'm totally blown away. I'm going to fact check you, but yeah, this is great.
Fact check the article. I may have read it. That's it. I didn't do this research on my own. I did not look at film, by the way, to see what the colors were the last 13 years. But orange is fading. And by the way, orange isn't that good of a Gatorade. So
no.
Yeah, no.
So
it's blue.
Not.
That's it, guys.
It's probably red for sure.
Fruit Punch is #2, by the way. #2 popular Gatorade in America.
Yuck. Gross.
Really?
No.
Ryan,
I agree with you, Ryan.
What? I don't even know what is the good Gatorade. It's got to be Glacier Freeze, right? That's probably the best one, in my opinion. I don't know.
Original's the best, something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good one. I got a whole container of it, the powder.
Nice. There you go.
In the car right now.
Real quick, I also had a lean. I just couldn't find it anywhere. I like the over on the national anthem. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. I heard it's Chris Stapleton. Not everybody here knows Chris Stapleton, but as far as I know, when I hear him sing, he kind of holds the tune a little bit, right? He's not. Am I right, Jake? Back me up on some Stapleton songs, right?
Oh yeah, no, yes, he is
he'll
good. He's some bluesy, yeah.
Yeah, and 2 of the last 3 country singers I think went over. Just some more research.
Yeah, that is some good research.
Yeah, no, I just want you guys to know, like, I work my ass off for you people for all the research, and it's not just sports related. So, all right, you guys got any other fun prop that you lean to, or can we wrap this up and take a peek at these best bets?
I think we'll get an appearance from Eminem and Drake during the halftime show.
Ooh. It's Riri, right? Little Rihanna?
Yeah.
Okay. And we don't know anybody else that's going to show up?
We don't right now, no. But there always is somebody, and I think it's going to be. I'm going to go with Eminem and Drake.
Is there any Philadelphia rappers?
Ooh. Well, yeah. The game's in Arizona, though. I don't know if that matters. No, it'll be Macklemore. He'll pop up.
Ooh, Madonna. Why does Madonna look like a cat now? My bad. Sorry.
She's pretty old now. I don't know her age, but she's getting up there.
I'm gonna send you a picture of her. It's not good.
Oh, yeah, okay. She was the Grammy. She did not look good.
No.
Okay. Rihanna has a song with Eminem and Drake, both, right? I mean, I remember.
That's correct.
I know Eminem, but okay.
Yeah. I did my one player or MVP pick that I'm probably going to put some scratch on is Gardner Minshew. Jalen's gonna get hurt, and actually Mahomes will get hurt. This is part of the script, and we're gonna have Henny versus Minshew in the second half of this game.
You might sprinkle some on Henny while you're there, then, right?
Yeah.
I don't have the odds in front of me, but Hassan Reddick for MVP was pretty good odds too. We haven't had a defensive MVP, I think, since Mr. Malcolm Smith of the Seahawks.
What were the odds on that?
Malcolm Smith, he was even on the odds
that
board.
Would have been he would have been the field.
Yeah, he would have been the field. Yeah, no, there's some good, interesting MVP, but it just seems like it goes to the quarterback every time. You could go Kelsey, but it's probably Mahomes if Kelsey's having a good day. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You're talking about Travis, not the center.
Correct. I mean,
I thought 17
has a center ever won the MVP in the Super Bowl?
Not quite. By the way, they have a good podcast. They're entertaining to listen to. Yeah.
I did see Travis on an episode of Hot Ones, and he is a puss when it comes to spicy chicken wings. So
is he really?
Yeah.
I saw a video of the Kelsey brothers' other brother. I don't know if it was real, but I think it was. And he had a funny video with his mom, and he's pretty much does nothing. I don't know. Maybe he should be friends with Cooper Manning.
He hangs out with Cooper Manning.
Yeah, Kid and Cooper Manning can be friends.
You guys are on one today.
No, we are on one.
Or the third Watt brother.
He's good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, no, they're all in the NFL, though.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll make fun of Derek like that just because he's not a Hall of Famer like the other two brothers. All right, guys.
Spicing it up with TJ already, huh?
TJ's the man. Are you kidding me? Didn't he just win Defensive Player of the Year and get 20 sacks? I don't know. Anyways.
He's been in the league for 3.5 minutes.
Real quick, random question that I just thought of before we get to Best Bets recap. Just real quick, each of you. Who's winning the Super Bowl next year? Who's that team that you just like, you know what? Let's just say it's not the Chiefs or Eagles, right? Let's just pick another team other than these two.
Bengals.
That one's tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
No sleeper team that you guys are.
Gino. Gino and the Hawks.
We're not digging a Russell Wilson comeback and Sean Payton.
Oh God,
I'm going Chargers.
Oh,
yep, Chargers.
Yeah, Herbert would have to be like over 500 for his career to really start figuring out how to win a Super Bowl.
And they would have to have a coach that understands like clock management and game management.
Yeah, I agree. I don't even know if there's any like real sleep. Can I just go Bills every year and just keep getting let down? Is that just keep doing that?
Well, you could see Rogers and Adams back together in Las Vegas. So that could be a
that'd be
thing.
weird. That'd be crazy.
Tell him to buy me a house.
Dude, yeah, that was funny. Aaron Rodgers. Then it'll be Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, and Russell Wilson in that division.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why Sean Payton picked that team in that division. It's kind of a weird choice to me. But by the way, Russell Wilson is not allowed a personal coach. Me and Brian texted about this a little bit.
Yeah.
And Sean Payton's not having it. So Jake Heaps is in deep trouble. He needs to find out. What did you say? He needs to
really
write a book?
still Jake Heaps?
I think it's Jake Heaps, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. He needs to write a book on this year.
Yeah, because he needs a job.
Yeah. Yeah, team 3 is screwed. So no personal chef, no quad masseuse, no pec masseuse. Yeah, you got an office.
Yeah, no more office.
Wait, his team had an office?
Yep. Team 3. That's where they're funneling money out of his charitable foundations and paying Team 3.
And let's get to the best bets recap.
All right.
He is right, though. You might want to look at that up. Okay, here we go. Let us know. Leave a comment. I'm going to ask you guys, you followers on TikTok and everything, too. Who is going to win more bets? Who's going to win more units? This is team number 1 right here. The hosts of the show, Ryan and the King right here. Ryan's got Chiefs money line, Pacheco over 15.5 receiving yards, Hurts anytime touchdown, and then the Gatorade color orange, which is an awful bet. And then we go Eagles minus 1.5, Eagles, double result. Devontae Smith over 61.5. Do not listen to these people. Mahomes to throw a pick. Goddard anytime touchdown because him and Smith are targeted on every play, right? And Eagles money line. And then we got Gatorade blue. I mean, enough said. That was obvious as to why that's the answer. Let's go over the guest bets. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not scared of Brian's bets unless one hits because one of these could be freaking monstrous. Eagles minus 1.5 is his only safe bet, which is really boring to him, by the way. If anyone knows Brian, that is like when he sees a minus in front, he doesn't even care about the bet, to be honest.
Wow.
Boston Scott anytime touchdown plus 450, riding the hot hand. Exact score 37-34 due to the drone at 20,000 plus 20,000. Scorigami, yes, for plus 2,000 odds. And the kick to hit the post or crossbar, yes, at plus 450. That is actually a good bet. That's his only good bet other than the Eagles. Jake's bets, the Chiefs to score over 2.5 touchdowns. By the way, the Chiefs team total is at 24.5. Just wanted to throw that out there. Minus 152. Over 51 Chiefs Eagles at minus 110. And player props, Kelsey over 126 yards at plus 600. Man, would that suck if he got exactly 126 yards. Some fun props. Coin flip heads. I mean, that's a no. You're going to be done by the time kickoff. You already know if you won or lost that one. And then Gatorade color red/pink. I don't see any way of this being pink. I'm going to be really honest because I don't even think people know this is pink color. Okay. Plus 400. Wow. Those are our best bets. Gentlemen, that was a ton of fun. Thank you guys for joining. I'll have you guys on for baseball because I'm ready to start talking baseball. I think pitchers and catchers report pretty soon. I'm just saying. I don't think it's that far off.
Yeah, usually the week after the Super Bowl.
Yep. That's right. So it's almost MLB season, but enjoy the Super Bowl. Thank you everyone for watching, subscribing. This is me and Ryan's first season on the podcast. From episode 1 when we were previewing this season, it's been a fun freaking journey, and we really sucked. I don't even want to look at our first episode again because it was probably embarrassing. But this has been a ton of fun. I want to thank you guys for the support. Over 11,000 people on TikTok. We got a Discord going. We're getting closer to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you. We appreciate it. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and we'll be back to recap it next week. All right, take care.